I'm delighted to see that serious funders of Just Stop Oil are now reconsidering their position. Their argument is not entirely sound. Dale Vince has written a piece in The Guardian today in which he points out that he has handed over £340,000 to Just Stop Oil. He's particularly concerned about stopping drilling in the North Sea. I understand that. He's joined direct actions, he's stood on marches, he's done the slow walk in front of the traffic. And he says, in consequence of all of this, the government has responded by granting new drilling licenses to companies to investigate new fields in the North Sea, delaying the ban on petrol and diesel cars, backtracking about energy efficiency for tenants, and bogus announcements about meat tax, 7 bins, and car sharing. The government, in other words, mocks the whole idea of the net zero green drive. So Dale Vince is saying that instead of backing Just Stop Oil, he should be backing the Labour Party. Or more specifically, ensuring that the Conservative Party do not retain power at the next election. Under the current regime, he says quite rightly, protests do not work. I think the old idea of protesting, the old understanding of protesting, doesn't work at all anymore. The idea of marching, the idea of the current actions, they are counterproductive. So although I appreciate I recognise the problem, I don't recognise that the old solution still has value. The old solution is an old solution. It's a solution for the 20th century, not the 21st century. We need to think of new solutions for the same problem. And that means we need to be significantly more creative. And stopping people's travel, stopping ambulances getting children to hospitals, stopping children getting to school, stopping people halfway through a theatre show, interrupting snooker matches and so on. All of these, I think, are in the end counterproductive. They attract headlines, but they alienate the ordinary voter. Because in the end, you can't rely on anything. Now, at a time when we cannot rely on rail travel, at a time when we cannot rely on the NHS, further action is simply compounding the problem of a society that doesn't work. Now, of course, the various people involved in these actions will say, well, our real goal is to bring down the government. There are better ways to do that. And what we should be doing is engaging government ministers, government sort of people in the ruling government party, engaging them in debate. We should be writing to our MPs. We should be not form letters. Form letters just go in the bin. Nobody wants to be informed about something they already know. They want to be engaged in debate. And we need to persuade our politicians to debate. And the sloganizing and the assumption that one side has all the answers is nonsensical. I have no intention of voting for the Conservative Party at the next election. No intention at all. But that doesn't mean I'm going to vote for the Labour Party. And Dale Vince's grand concluding paragraph, Labour is green, Conservatives are not, I don't think that's entirely true. A vote for anyone other than Labour is a vote for Tories. That I also don't think is entirely true. And to abandon one set of slogans for another set of slogans is as childish as Rishi Sunak championing the anti-trans rhetoric as he did in the Conservative Party conference, is as childish as Rishi Sunak, quoting a pile of past commitments as if they are new. Rhetoric is not the way to solve problems. Rhetoric is a way to articulate the problem, but it's not the solution. Rhetoric is a way to draw attention to the problem, but not the solution. The solution is about action and about agreed action. And there isn't necessarily just one solution to any one problem. So the fact that I reject the solution that Suella Braverman puts forward about a problem with migration doesn't mean I don't recognize the problem. I just don't like the solution because I think it's illegal. I think it's also unfair. I think it's immoral. I think it's unprincipled. I think it's unsound, and I think it's based on a false understanding of Rwanda. All of this eventually will tumble out, but perhaps not soon enough to stop the policy going forward, because the pressure of a government in control is phenomenal. A government has extraordinary power. You write to a minister, they don't write back. You end up, you have the 6-month delay before you get a letter back, which is futile, pointless. You write another letter. In the end, governments can, even without the black arts, governments can simply control by delaying their response. And we need to change that. We need to, as a society, we need to ensure that those people who are elected to Westminster are assured that we are assured that they're going to engage in proper debate, that they are going to be committed to debate. And the era of sloganizing, of repeating what some twit, whether that's Dominic Cummings or somebody else. I gather there is a rumour that Dominic Cummings is back in number 10. I shiver with the prospect. But we need to go beyond sloganizing. We need to have intelligent debate. And actually, what is so extraordinary about Dominic Cummings is, although he was the source of so much sloganizing, he is probably the most intelligent person that we've had through the doors of number 10 in years.